Hello and welcome to Character Unlock E3 special of EA Play. I'm John Miller. With me is Andrew Brooker. How are you, Brooks?
Angry.
Angry? Yeah, that's a general consensus, I'm assuming, from a lot of people who don't like EA.
Well, I was okay. I was just quite happy to be good and snarky and just get on with it. And then EA destroyed my childhood. They didn't destroy my childhood. Obviously, I'm not a male talking about the Ghostbusters reboot. I'm fine, but holy shit! Oh, mate, I didn't think I get pissed off at EA quite a bit at their bullshit. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking at it on a completely different side, I think. I'm not angry or disappointed with EA and what they've done, but at the same time, I've also, because I'm actually not at home and having watched this, I watched this with a couple of people, so I've got insight from other people on stuff like this, so this could be quite interesting.
All right.
So, let's see, EA Play started with, a nice video of what they're going to show for the rest of the show?
Yeah, montage with a lot of FIFA in it.
Yeah, that was a lovely montage. Before moving on to, the guys from DICE coming out. And the guys from DICE busting out a bit of Battlefield 5, which, I don't know, maybe EA are doing things wrong because they're across the whole show, they didn't announce anything new and big. There was new stuff, but it was minor, and there was big stuff, but it wasn't new.
Yep.
Is that kind of how you feel about the whole of this?
Yeah, pretty much. It goes the way most EA Play things go because they don't do the E3 thing. They just cleverly schedule their EA Play thing for the day before the E3 conference is starting. So they don't. I don't think they feel compelled to do anything big. And I like the little stuff. I do. Like last year, we said this on the podcast. Last year we got A Way Out announced, and A Way Out turned out to be a fucking blinder. You know, it's like the best 6 out of 10 game you will ever play.
Yeah.
But I want big stuff as well, and I made several jokes on and off the podcast in the last week, two of which came to fruition here. One of them I really wish hadn't. But yeah, they're EA being EA. They know they don't need to show anything, and they know people are excited about Anthem. So, we've been, even before podcasting, we've been watching E3 for long enough now. We know EA's big uns are always Battlefield, FIFA, Madden, and then whatever random big game they have that year. That's how it always works every year, and this year was no different.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how it was played. I mean, starting with Battlefield, the only thing that they announced as part of Battlefield, in inverted commas, you can't see me obviously with air quotes on this, but was that they were bringing back Levolution. And they showed it off with just a tank coming through a wall.
See, Levolution.
I didn't realise that Levolution wasn't a thing anymore.
No, I didn't realise either, to be fair. But Levolution coming back is good because it was fun. But then they announced they're bringing Battle Royale to Battlefield 5.
Battlefield Royale.
Battlefield Royale.
Battle Royale Field.
And I cannot think of a more tacked on... Just the way they announced it as well. It just felt tacked on and, oh shit, we best get in on this. Oh shit, we done our announcement the other week and everybody's asked us why we're not doing Battle Royale. Actually, no, mate. Everyone was congratulating you for not following the fucking trend and doing Battle Royale. Now you're doing Battle Royale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't quite get what Battle Royale mode's supposed to be because everyone seems to think that it's the next best thing, but the market's already saturated. There's already the games that are going to be the ones to beat. The big companies can't beat that because it's too late. Unless they're going to release a total Battle Royale game themselves.
Yeah. But I said this the other week, didn't I? I said, when a big AAA company does Battle Royale well, it will destroy games like PUBG. Won't necessarily stop Fortnite, but it will be the end of PUBG.
Yeah.
But I think I said that when we were talking about the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 announcement. Because
Yeah.
Black Ops 4 came out and said, we will have Battle Royale. And that's great. Put that into your game if you want to. I mean, I don't think that's what people go to Call of Duty for, but that's definitely not what people are going to be going to Battlefield for. People go to Battlefield for squad-based play. That's
Yes.
why we play Battlefield, not for 99v1 Battle Royale modes that just look like they're going to take an age. And I don't care how pretty they are and how much Levolution you put to your game. I don't think it's going to fit. I don't think it will take off. But I don't know. Battle Royale hasn't grabbed me the same as it seems to have grabbed everybody else. So I'm quite possibly wrong.
Well, Battle Royale game modes all have squad-based versions of them. So Fortnite and PUBG both have at least duos, trios, and I think I played PUBG on a foursome, but that's just me just trying to remember back about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, for it to be tacked on is the problem. If EA busted out a Battle Royale game, then yes, maybe it would pick some traction. Or if Acti or Ubi or anyone. But the counter to that is that how popular is Minecraft, and yet there's not been a successful replicant of it from someone else.
No.
And Minecraft was hella popular.
Yeah. But I do think that this seems to be well, it's the way games have always gone, and Call of Duty and Battlefield are the biggest players for it. So, you know, Modern Warfare was a big thing. Suddenly, everything was a modern shooter. You know,
Yep.
people scream that we don't want modern shooters anymore. So we get a World War II shooter. Suddenly, everything's going back in time again. Game modes are the same. PUBG became a thing, so then Fortnite done Battle Royale, and then whatever the one from Boss Key was that eventually killed the studio because they were jumping onto a trend that was already saturated. AAA companies are different. AAA companies doing it is fine, but there's still not room, I don't think, for two big companies, two big games, to be doing a Battle Royale mode or anything like that, when we've already got big hitters already. I don't know,
Yeah.
mate. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but we'll see in a few months, I suppose.
Won't be long before we go back to classic 4v4s or
Yeah.
6v6s. It was always a thing. There was always we've got 64 player servers, 32 player servers. Yeah. It's always let's go bigger and bigger and bigger, and Battle Royale mode comes in and 6 again, not long.
Yeah, they're trying to be a bit positive about it, I suppose. If anybody's set up to do this in the AAA world, it's Battlefield. They know how to make big games. Fuck me, but they had 64 player servers on their games long before it was a common thing. Battlefield's always been about big maps and big games, and 90% of the time, once initial kinks have been ironed out, they're usually pretty stable. I think if anyone can handle it, I think it'll be Battlefield. I think it just becomes the standard. It's going to be Battlefield versus Call of Duty, and only one of them can come out on top in the end.
Yeah. Well, the big maps that we've ever seen, the biggest maps we've ever seen on Call of Duty have always been a bit lackluster because they just make their small maps just bigger versions of it. They don't necessarily make it more interesting or more entertaining. But the biggest maps on Battlefield, especially Battlefield 3, some of those maps were fucking huge.
Yeah.
But there was enough around to make it interesting. So, after Battlefield, we moved on to FIFA 19. Now, I'll let you be. Just ignore me for this one. Let's let me throw words out because this means nothing to you.
I'll give you a couple of minutes. I'll have a nap. Just yell at me when you're done.
So FIFA 19 was announced again, like every year a FIFA game is announced, but this time they brought it out with the fanfare. Now, after the demise of PES's license with the Champions League, and more recently, they've lost their license with a couple of clubs that they had, and the Serie A, which is the Italian Premiership, have all moved on to FIFA. FIFA now has the Champions League license, which is huge for football games. because it means that EA have now got a massive new chunk of the market. They were already the place for almost the entire world
Yeah.
of different football associations, different leagues, everything. But the only thing they didn't have, they never had the Champions League. It was always considered just the European Champions Cup, and then the smaller competition, which the Europa League, which is they always called it just the Euro League, or before then it was the European Football Association Cup.
Yeah.
But now they've got the Champions League, and usually with it, that means they've got the UEFA license, which means the Europa League is probably a thing in the game as well. So part of this announcement was that the Champions League is going to have its own game mode. Not entirely sure what that's really going to be. It's just going to be another tournament-based thing where you've got your 60-plus teams trying to get into the Champions League and then win the Champions League medal. The career mode is going to have your team fighting for the Champions League instead of the Champions Cup. But beyond that, they've essentially confirmed that the Journey Part 3 exists, but Alexander's going to be going for the Champions League medal. So it kind of means that you probably won't be at the club you were at the end of the Journey Year 2. You could be at any fucking club that's a potentially Champions League winning side. Most likely Real Madrid, which, with it being Ronaldo being the big dog, the showpiece player, it looks like it's going to be that. But they put a fair amount of emphasis on Neymar at the same time. So this could be like a Ronaldo versus Neymar situation, which in football terms, that's a thing. For you, probably not.
No.
But, yeah. And they gave FIFA 18 a free trial because of the World Cup mode. And the World Cup is starting on Thursday this week. If you didn't know that on the grounds that, the people you work with don't love soccer, apparently.
Well, I know a few soccer fans, so I was aware the World Cup was coming. I'm trying to avoid it, but I don't think I can.
It's not possible to avoid it. For some reason, the World Cup, because international football, this is considered like the pinnacle of football.
Yeah.
You're going to get the World Cup jammed down your throat till you suffocate and then jam down some more.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah. So, on a lighter note, after the FIFA stuff, is that EA have kind of just going on with the flow of the good old fashioned streaming service, like what PlayStation have, and On Live tried.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure there's a point to this. I don't.
You can stream your EA games to your phone.
Do I want to?
Probably not. It's like the Xbox Play Anywhere thing, so you can just ping it over to your laptop while you're. I've never tried the Xbox Play Anywhere stuff. Does it work over? Do you have to be near your console?
I have no idea. I used to try using the PS4 connection with my Vita from like a different building, and it never worked properly. So
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't see the point. I didn't think there was a requirement for this. I might be wrong. If they can allow me to play any EA game that I own on my connected Origin account on my Switch, I might consider doing it. But outside of that, I don't see the point. I don't do it. And then between that and them doubling down with EA Origin, so they're going to be doing EA Origin Premier.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, they told us nothing about that, but there's going to be an EA Origin Premier.
Well, the way that I know they didn't really say anything about it, but the way that they kind of advertised it, like, I'm really reading in the lines on this one, but it seems to be like what Xbox Game Pass is, which is, well, already EA Access and Origin Access is that, but it's going to be you get day one release.
Yeah.
For lack of a better way of explaining it, it seemed like if you get Origin Premier, you're going to get your day one releases as part of your subscription. So you probably pay more.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It depends on if they make it worth it. Because do I want to pay $7.99 a month to play EA games the second they're released? Probably not. Not for me, anyway.
No, but it does seem to be for PC only.
Yes.
So you're going to pay extra. You're going to get your Origin games early. So you're already with the EA mark. You've already got Origin because you like your EA games. Are you going to double down on this? A lot of people probably not.
No.
But there was that little push over the edge, which was that advertising that Madden was going back to PC for the first time in, well, fucking ages.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time Madden was actually released on PC.
No, I don't.
Yeah. And then our lovely host lady, who did seem a little bit touchy-feely with a lot of the people in the crowd,
Yeah.
she then was sat next to was he the general manager? Or was he
Well,
just
he's
like,
the owner, isn't he? So
yeah,
he's the co-owner.
he's whatever he wants to be
Yeah.
of Respawn,
Vince
where
Ampella.
where he was proper cagey, apart from announcing the name of the game and where it's set in the universe, which is Jedi Fallen Order, which is set between episodes 3 and 4,
Yeah.
and will be kind of focused on how the Empire hunts the remaining Jedi.
Could be interesting.
If it's going to be the dark, mysterious game, the 1313 that we were offered and never given.
Yeah, dude, I don't think Disney would allow it.
No, but they definitely they're definitely hinting at something that could be a massive flop.
Yeah, they are. It depends on what they do. See, the last Respawn game that got shit, it only got shit because it was released at the wrong time. Titanfall 2 was fucking brilliant. You know,
Titanfall 2 is still my game of the year for that year, and
yeah,
it's if when it comes to us announcing our games of the generation, it's top 5.
yeah, easily. And so I have a lot of uh, respect for Respawn. I think they're a really good, I think they're a really good studio. While I don't care that much about Star Wars, I'm interested in what they could do. If they're allowed to make a fun game, if they're allowed to make the game they want, awesome. But if people stick their fucking noses in, I would bet that there's not a single bit of paid anything in that game.
No, well, with Titanfall, all of the microtransactions,
Yeah,
or every single one of them is not a loot box. It's
yeah,
you know what you're getting. You go there and you go, "Ooh, I want to get the Prime Titan for the Titan class that I've got," because I paid for it.
yeah.
I will admit that I have paid one of those microtransactions to get the Prime version of the Monarch Titan in Titanfall 2, because the Monarch Titan, the little example here, all of the Titan classes, right, all of them are level 0,
Yeah.
apart from the Monarch, which is Generation 4 level 19.
Okay.
I don't play Titanfall all that much, but it clearly shows that that's a Titan that I like, and I have absolutely blitzed through the levels on that Titan for the amount that I've played it, because it's a class. The Titan class is awesome. I love using it, and I'm just, in general, I was happy to pay that bit extra for the Prime Titan skin.
Yeah.
The extra execution was awesome.
Fair enough. But yeah, we'll see. I'm curious. As a non-Star Wars fan, I want to see what they do. I don't know how it will be received by actual Star Wars fans. That remains to be seen.
Hopefully it's received a lot better than Battlefront 2 was, because Battlefront 2 was not received very well, but apparently it's improved a lot since release,
Yeah.
and that's why they've got a brand new DLC. Well, they had the solo DLC come out recently,
Yeah.
which was kind of brought together for, well, the film being released, and so they've got a load of stuff for solo in the game. Some new heroes and villains and stuff, and the hunt game mode set on Kessel.
Yeah.
But the big announcement for Battlefront 2 was that the Clone Wars is the next DLC coming.
Yep. And a bunch of new
Do you
heroes.
know much about much for the Clone Wars? I don't know if it's the Clone Wars as in set for the Clone Wars cartoon that was announced, that exists, or if it's just more of what they decided to bring their own Clone Wars
I
to it.
don't know. I know as much about Star Wars as I do about the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, well, okay, so General Grievous, Count Dooku are coming to the villain's side, and Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi are coming to the hero's side.
Yeah. Hold on. Is Anakin a good guy?
In the Clone Wars, he is, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. See, shows you how much I know.
Yep, there we go. You just caused a lot of people to never listen to us again.
That's fine. If they tuned in expecting a Star Wars fan, they tuned into the wrong fucking podcast.
That's not a lie. So, after Star Wars, we moved on to a lovely little video of a boat in an ocean where the ocean's a little bit choppy. Before moving on and showing us Yarny trying to control the same boat, who's way out of his depth.
In so many ways.
So that was the confirmation that Unravel 2 is coming, because that was technically Unravel 2 was only really rumored. There was never an official confirmation from EA, but as part of the multiple leaks and rumors that comes around this time, is that there's always a shop somewhere which has decided to throw up the game. And I think this one was leaked from I think it might have been South Korea, where they just put Unravel 2 as part of their inventory.
Yeah, I think that's the South Korean gaming board or something. It seems to be leaking everything at the moment.
Yeah.
So much is coming out of there. But yeah, a co-op Unravel, man.
Yeah, I'm tempted.
I'll give it a go.
Mean, it's just more Little Big Planet Unravel, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't hate Unravel. I was a bit disappointed in it. It could have been better. I was a bit bored, and it wasn't a very long game, so I shouldn't have been bored.
No.
But I didn't hate it, so I'd play some more. I don't know.
It's just another cute puzzle game, which is just way too hard for someone like us to do.
Yeah.
Maybe if we were like 10,
yeah,
easy, but we're not 10 anymore.
But it's got a blue Yarny.
Yeah.
Blarney.
Blarney. What does that make Red Yarny? Rani?
I don't know. Well, he's just Yarny, isn't he? He was just
True.
The first one.
So it's Yarny and Blarney.
Yarny and I don't know if that's actually the thing's name, but yeah.
No, I think it's just. I think they're both called Yarny.
Okay. But
I think they've not named them individually.
I do like that you can play this co-op game on your own, though.
Yes.
It's confirmed that you can play the co-op game on your Todd, and you just piggyback Blarney around.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
That's the important part, is that they've made a game that wasn't co-op, and gone, well, actually, there's a lot of people who probably finished this. Yeah. They probably shouldn't have it co-op.
That I'm okay with. Them.
Yeah. So, kind of, it's just more of the same, really.
Yeah.
More cute puzzle game for the future. Well, I say for the future. It's out now.
For now, available now. And it's available right now.
If you're listening to this, why are you not playing Yarny?
maybe they didn't. They finished it already.
True. Well, says a lot more about EA than it does us.
Yep.
And then we moved into a bit more EA originals, because they decided to show off A Way Out. Well, just on the background anyway, saying A Way Out was, well, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And, well, both of us, we fucking loved A Way Out.
Yeah, but this was the thing. It was received really well. And we said this a couple of times, especially in the podcast we'd just done. We said, these EA originals, Unravel included, love them or hate them, they're a little bit different, and they're usually good, in one way or another. A Way Out was amazing. I'd definitely take more of that. But so showing off EA originals just as a whole with A Way Out is not a bad way to go.
So then it's what the EA original they announced was the Sea of Solitude. Mate,
that looks awesome.
It does. But the way that she advertised, this woman was clearly overwhelmed of being on a stage.
Oh, bless her. I love these people because they come on stage and they just want to tell you all about their game, and they're absolutely shitting their pants. Like the dude that done Unravel a couple of years ago and today. they're absolutely shitting their pants. They're not meant to be in front of a camera. That's not how they're built. They're built to sit in a little room and make games.
Yeah.
And all they want to do is share their game with you. And I love people like that.
It's kind of like she really did look like that they pulled straws and she got the short one. And she's on the stage now trying to talk through all of that shit. When in
Yeah.
reality, they probably could have found someone a lot better at public speaking within the team. Maybe not a
Maybe.
lot better. Maybe just a little better.
Yeah.
But it took her a good 5 minutes just to get started.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
I
she
can't
didn't
knock
just
her
have
for
a
that,
fit
though.
on the stage.
She was awesome. Yeah, like I said, I love these people.
Yeah, she tried very hard.
It's the first genuine moment you ever see. It's the only genuine moment you ever see on an EA stage is when these people come out.
Oh yeah, they're not hired actors; they're actual people. Unless she was a very good hired actor.
Yeah.
She's like Oscar-winning caliber hired actor to act that. So,
But her game looks spectacular.
yeah.
I don't know if you feel the same, but I was mesmerised watching this thing, and the premise is just amazing.
Oh yeah, it's it's a flooded world, and it's real life based loosely. I think is what she kind of got with.
Yeah.
It's clearly there's a load of people who have a
I,
lot of feelings
yeah.
on the team that made it.
I think what she was trying to convey was she was trying to say like it's based on what does happen in real life. Call it what
Yeah.
you want. Call it just being on your own. Call it cabin fever. Call it whatever you like. The fact is, when you're sat on your own forever, you lose your sanity in one way or another. You're not a normal person at the end of it, and this is what they're trying to convey. I think with this game is like you go on to you're on your own for so long that you just turn into a monster.
Yeah.
And
Well, it was a monster-filled world, obviously. So.
yeah, and I really like that idea. I said on the Twitter feed that has the potential to do the same sort of thing that Hellblade done last year, which is take their game and take their game mechanic and turn it and use it as a way to study and show people that might not have a clue as to what they're looking at, what people with bad mental health can go through.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's fucking amazing. And
Oh,
coming
yeah.
from an EA Originals team, I'm definitely okay with that.
Yeah. It's definitely a game that a lot of people are going to pick up just because of the way it's going to affect them emotionally. That's its design and that's how it's going to work. And I really hope it does well because I fully support EA Originals.
Yeah.
I've played, well, 2 of them. It's going to be 3 because I'm going to pick up Unravel 2 at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
But
it's called SOS.
Yeah.
And genuinely, mate, I didn't pick up on it. Sea of Solitude, that sounds amazing. Oh, this looks great. And then she said it's called SOS. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Which of course, it's it's basically Mayday in Morse code.
Yeah.
But SOS, for this particular game is so hitting because it's Save Our Souls is what SOS stands for. Holy shit! What are you doing to me?
It's a powerful game for what is a lot of people are going to need.
Yeah, this is now at the top of my list. This is the game to beat for E3. I'm really, really looking forward to this.
And then back to the EA standard.
Yeah. I was like, I can't be snarky anymore because I really want to buy this game and it looks really great. And then, have some NBA and NFL stuff and just sports.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm back.
Yeah, and they show off NBA and, okay, potentially the NBA Live is going to bring some street action to it because that's really what's been missing out of the last couple of generations of stuff is the street side of the sports games.
Yeah.
There was a little hint into it in the Journey Part 2 was they were going to have FIFA Street because there was a moment where you had a 3-on-3 street football happening.
Yeah.
But it didn't actually fully occur in the game. You had that one moment and then it was gone.
Yeah.
NBA Street showed a lot of courts just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Wasn't all set in arenas, so maybe they're testing the waters again. Tried it in FIFA, people wanted it. Putting it in NBA, we might be getting the Street franchises back, and I welcome it.
Yeah.
I like the Street franchises. I thought they were a brilliant set of games, and it could be fun future to put Streets into the regular games.
Yeah.
You don't need to do separate franchises. It's not like the game mechanics are that much different. It's all going to be using the Frostbite engine.
Yep.
Bring the Street stuff. And then we got Madden 19.
Yeah.
And they advertised it with the guy who won Madden 18's title belt.
Yeah, so the guy that won the Madden Bowl turned up on stage with a fucking wrestling belt that said Madden 18 all over it, and was interviewed by a Pittsburgh Steeler who was asked to ask him what it's like to be so successful.
Yeah, that's...
A Pittsburgh Steeler, and I do apologise to any and all Pittsburgh Steelers fans, because I didn't catch his name, and I don't know every Pittsburgh Steelers player. I do not know who it was. I am very sorry. I should know. But...
It's the dude who's considered the king of celebrations, because he's a wide receiver, whenever he scored a touchdown, he busted out a really awesome celebration this season.
Yeah. But to have him ask a kid who plays video games, and I'm a video game player, and I love ESL, but ESL is not comparable to the NFL, not even slightly. What's it like being successful? Fuck you.
Yeah. Well,
fuck you.
He's a Pittsburgh Steeler. He doesn't know what success is like.
He knows more about success than a kid who sits playing fucking Madden for a living.
Well, this is the first time they've busted out the Madden Bowl winner. So the Madden Bowl's been a thing for a couple of years, and this kid's made it to the finals and on TV for a couple of years.
That's because last year at EA Play they pulled out the two guys that were about to play in the Madden Bowl final.
Yeah. So this dude had failed to win the Madden Bowl for years, and then he goes and wins it, and I made a joke in front of the people I'm around saying that he probably won it because he wasn't playing against the dudes that have beaten him.
Yeah.
Every year so far.
But the Madden game looks great. All the in-engine stuff looks great, but much like the NBA announcement, they haven't actually announced anything, which genuinely I think is probably the smart way to go. If you've got nothing new to talk about, show me a bit of gameplay, show me a bit of in-engine stuff, and move on. That's how you should do it. You've only got an hour and a half. Don't waste it showing me a game that I already know all about. I wish they'd do that with FIFA. Unfortunately, FIFA's probably their biggest seller, so they can't. But the onstage shit just annoyed me, and I understand you have to market to these people, but I genuinely felt really sorry for this player who I don't know how much he's been paid to stand up on that stage. It ain't enough.
This is the worst part, is where he's probably not even going to be the cover star next year.
No. So,
but it's the same thing. Is that last year they gave Madden and they gave NBA a big stage because they had Long Shot and the other one.
Yeah.
Whatever it was called.
But they were bringing those modes into these games. So
they were bringing in the journey for Madden and the journey for NBA into the games. So they needed their big stage. This time round, it was just, here's the announcement. I mean, FIFA gets its big announcement. It got the Champions League stuff. That's one thing. Yes, I get it. I accept it. They didn't bust out the Alex Hunter stuff. They didn't really care to show. They only hinted at the Journey Part 3 with the Champions League stuff.
Yeah.
So they kept it kind of short and sweet. It worked, and it worked for NBA, and it kind of worked for Madden. They gave it a bit too much presence, but I'm guessing. But it's mostly because they are in America.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. It's they seem to have a few things that they wanted to spend a bit of time on.
Yeah.
So moving quickly through it is fine. But again, FIFA sells worldwide.
Yeah. So
spending time on that is fine. But I don't know what to think about what they did after that.
So are we going to gloss over the next thing that they showed off? So Redwood didn't announce a game.
Mate, you should have seen the smile on my face. Hi, this is such and such from EA Redwood. What? EA Redwood? Really? Fucking hell, because EA Redwood is Westwood Studios.
Yep.
These are the guys that make Command and Conquer. Fuck yeah! I
You know,
was so happy.
yeah,
And,
did you think back to when I mentioned on the pre-3 podcast where I said that there are rumors of a new Command and Conquer coming, and it's possibly going to be coming on console after the success of Halo Wars?
I'd have rather taken it on console.
Yeah, because I was saying about how Red Alert 3 was actually a pretty decent and stable console RTS game, and that Halo Wars came out and it worked quite well on a console. Halo Wars 2, sorry, should I say? And then I joked about having another End War and another big Tom Clancy mash together.
I
So
would take any of
when
those.
Redwood came out and they said we've got a game coming, and then
I
they
was
did that.
I was so happy, and then I wasn't.
I'll let you rant on this one. This one's all you.
Well, I can't because these are supposed to be short episodes, so I won't rant too much, and I think I will probably save this for our best and worst of E3, like in the next actual full podcast. But to turn Command and Conquer, and this is a legendary video game franchise, and a legitimately legendary video game franchise for people, especially people my age. It's up there with names like Doom and Quake. It is a legendary game, and to turn it into a shitty fucking click and tap mobile game is it's heresy. I could not believe my fucking eyes. I could not believe what I was watching. I cannot believe EA have done that to Command and Conquer. I just cannot fucking believe it. It's just awful, and it looks terrible. And we were forced to sit and watch that gameplay demo for far too long as cuntbags Team Red and Team Blue came out and played fucking click and tap mobile shite at each other. Mate, I don't know if anything they could do for the rest of this E3 weekend could make me as angry as I was watching that. I was absolutely gutted. Like it was like someone had taken a dead pet, unburied it, stuck it on puppet strings and made it walk around my house and then asked me to pay to watch it.
That is phenomenal. And I think that was brilliant is they topped off that announcement with that video at the end of those amazing graphics showing off this brilliant idea to be for a mobile game.
That fucking trailer cost $1 million to make, easy. They've got this massive high budget trailer. If they'd have played that first, I would have been convinced that we were getting another full blown CNC game come out. But no, it's for one of the worst things I've ever seen, mate. I don't know why I'm surprised. EA have history doing this. EA did this to Dungeon Keeper 2 years ago. I don't know why I'm surprised. Awful. Let's just move on because I could rant about this for an hour. Cuntbags, a lot of them.
So we'll end our podcast the same way that EA ended their show. We'll talk a little bit, very briefly, about Anthem because their end was just them showing off the guys of BioWare who made Anthem, and they were just talking about Anthem. They didn't really show Anthem off, but it's.
I tell you what, as a BioWare fan and as a Destiny player, are you excited to play Anthem?
I wasn't, but I watched the video that they showed off, and I listened a little bit to what was going on, and do you know what it was? There was the where I am. Like I was watching this with friends, and one of my friends' partners said that she was looking forward to this game because it looked like Diablo, Monster Hunter, Titanfall, Call of Duty, Love Child. I can't think of a better way to describe what Anthem looked like than that.
You've definitely got a point. I'm not sure that sells me on it, but you've definitely got a point.
It's not. This isn't a game to bring people into playing it who have no interest in any of those things.
No.
This is a game to beat, because Diablo 3 was appalling. Monster Hunter has been pretty much universally shunned by a large portion of streamers. There's a lot of people have been very irritated with the way that Monster Hunter was put out, the Monster Hunter world was put out. There's a lot of people who loved it, and there's a lot of people who are listening to us who loved it.
Yeah.
But there's a massive amount of people who just thought that it was a bit too much. And then there's me. I love Titanfall. You loved Titanfall, and we're both old Call of Duty gamers. And neither of us are going to get this Call of Duty because it lacks story. But this one is clearly a story game. It's humans in exos versus monsters or aliens, insect people.
Yeah.
It's something that kind of hits home. It's classic sci-fi of people against the bugs. It's Starship Troopers in a little way.
Yeah. I'm being glib. I would pick it up. I would play it if it turned out to be really good. My fear with it is, much like I did with Destiny, I would sit back and wait for people that I know to play it and tell me that it's good, tell me that it's worth spending money on. By that point, it's not worth me jumping on because it's all online and it's all. I need to have started on day one and spent my days grinding so I can keep up with people. I'm not sure. Well, no, I am sure. I'm very sure Anthem, I'm not its target audience. But it looks pretty.
Yeah,
it looks
definitely
really nice.
Looks pretty.
I think there's a lot of buzzwords turned up in their after trailer interview.
Yeah.
We can add. We can make updates on the fly. Well, yeah. You do that in most multiplayer games. That's fine. You just don't advertise them usually. They're just patch fixing.
Yeah.
But, that's fine as long as you're not expecting me to pay for them. I do think this is going to be EA's Destiny. I do think this is going to be EA trying to make the same kind of money out of people that Destiny did. Whether or not it works, I don't know. It's left to be seen. BioWare still has a huge name, and people will spend money because it says BioWare on the box. So we'll see. But will EA take that and go, let's make a good game for these people, or will they take advantage and go, these people are going to play the game,
let's milk them for everything they've got. Yeah. I'm looking at this one thinking, am I ready to be hurt again? Because I was from the last BioWare title, Andromeda. I was hurt. I've been hurt by so many other stuff. But yeah, was EA Play underwhelming for you?
Very.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on that one. It was a good show. They showed off stuff. They made things kind of happen, and they ruined things, and they gave us SOS.
Yeah.
SOS doesn't make up for the rest of the stuff that happened.
No.
But this is EA. They just showed off what they thought people wanted.
Yeah.
And
like every conference that we're going to have for this weekend, it will have ups, it will have downs. Sadly, EA this time around, it had one massive down that I'm not sure I can forgive them for.
Yeah.
SOS looks amazing. I will still pick it up day one because I think developers like that should be supported by more than just EA, by players, and the game itself actually looks really good. I'm going to get off this podcast in a sec, and I'm going to go and check the price of Unravel. If it's the same price as what I've got sat in my Microsoft Funbucks wallet, I might pick it up because it will be fun.
Yeah.
We shall see.
I will probably definitely pick up Unravel too, and SOS, and I'm likely to pick up FIFA, despite the fact every year I say I'm not playing another FIFA, but it just ends up in my basket, and I will end up with Anthem, which relaunches on the 22nd of February.
Yeah, see, I won't be buying it on launch day because it comes out the same day as Days Gone.
You see, now I don't have a PlayStation right now, so Days Gone means nothing to me. But EA Access is a thing.
Yeah, might rent it for 10. If I get access to it 10 days beforehand or a week beforehand for 10 hours.
A week beforehand, 10 hours. You could probably do a fair amount. It'll probably be a limited trial where you only get certain stuff and certain parts of the game, but if we'll end up with a game that is something.
Yeah.
And that was EA Play.
Yep. I have nothing more to say.
Should we just end the podcast with a quick goodbye?
Yeah.
Catch us tomorrow for Microsoft with Brooker hosting and me live tweeting.
Yeah. You'll be live tweeting at Character Unlock on Twitter. We probably won't do much on Facebook because Facebook does not really lend itself to stuff like that. But yeah,
No.
come follow us on Twitter. One of us will be live tweeting one of the shows each time one's on, or most of the shows anyway. So yeah, catch us in about 24 hours ish for the Microsoft one.
Yep. Bye.